Stanley Kubrick, one of the greatest and most influential directors in cinematic history. He did several excellent movies during his lifetime, but right now, let's talk about one of his most known masterpieces, The Shining. The Shining was actually a novel written by Stephen King in 1977. After reading this big successful book, Stanley Kubrick gave a call to Stephen King to discuss about making a film adaptation of his novel. Both of them worked on the project together but did not necessarily agree on everything. For instance, Stephen King didn't agree with Kubrick's choice of cast. Stephen King did not agree that Shelley Duvall was a good choice for the role of the mother. In fact, he imagined Wendy as a blonde cheerleader type who never had to deal with any true problems in her life. Kubrick cast her anyway, but was very harsh with her on set. Often he would lose his temper with her and would tell her that she was wasting the time of everyone on set. Because of the stress, Shelley Duvall suffered from nervous exhaustion and suffered from hair loss. However, it was his tactic for making her feel absolutely hopeless. He was pushing her to her limits to get the best out of her. And to get Jack Nicholson in the right agitated mood, he would only feed him cheese sandwiches, which he hates. However, at the end of the movie, Kubrick was very satisfied with the actor's performance. Both Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall thought that the critics and audience credited too much Kubrick without considering all the efforts made by the actors and crew members. In fact, Stanley Kubrick is known to be someone who asks a lot from his crew. The famous scene, "Here's Johnny," took 3 days to film and the use of 60 doors. The scene where Jack is chasing Danny through the maze took over a month to shoot, with crew members getting lost, even needing walkie-talkies for assistance. 300 versions of the movie poster were produced before Kubrick was finally satisfied. Stephen King was quite disappointed with the final result of the movie, describing it as a fancy car without an engine. He also didn't understand why people thought that the film was so scary. The only person that didn't think it was a horror movie was the little boy Danny Lloyd. Because he was so young, Kubrick didn't want him to be traumatized, so he let him believe that he was doing a drama movie. In fact, he only saw the real version of The Shining when he was 17 years old. But even with the ups and downs of the making of the movie, The Shining remains one of the best horror movies ever made.